Hello loves! I wanted to do a quick video today talking about ways to build a meditation habit or really any healthy habit. So let's jump right in. I think the important thing is to make your goal smaller. So if you have had a goal for a while and you really wanted to build a meditation habit because you've heard about all of the amazing health benefits, telomere length growing, which actually de-ages you, makes you younger, the benefits to your mind, being calmer and more available, the benefits to your ability to be in relationship with people and show up as your best self, your calmest self, your kindest self. I feel like meditation has been so incredibly instrumental in some big shifts in my thinking and my ability to function, and I'm also bad at keeping it up consistently. I do not feel like currently I have a consistent meditation habit, and I want one. So I'm going to take the advice that I give as well. Something that I've really struggled with is feeling like things have to be this like amazing, perfect version. So if I'm going to meditate, I'm going to meditate for 2 hours, you know, and I don't know if other people feel that way. Maybe not that, you know, maybe I'm meditating for a minute. And when I built a little bit of a baby habit and I feel like I can meditate for a minute, maybe then I up it to 2 or to 5. And then if I'm like, whoa, that was hard, I didn't do it for 3 days because that idea of meditating for 5 minutes was too much, I go back down to 1 where I've had success. Like, what's the smallest possible goal you can make for yourself? Like really, really the smallest. I think that's so helpful, has been so helpful for me in my journey of building healthy habits, building some semblance of a routine, feeling like I had things under control and that I was taking care of myself as an adult. Adulting can be difficult, especially if you're neuroatypical, and there's ways. We just gotta make it a little easier for ourselves, a little gentler, find the things that work, and then build off of them. If you've tried a bunch of stuff and none of it has worked, go back to something that you liked and just like cut it by 10. Like 1/10 of the thing that you were doing. 90%? Is that what that is? I don't know. Math is, anyway. Just make it like so small. Something that you're like, yeah, of course I can do that. I can meditate for 1 minute before bed. Nailed it. That's where you start. And if you can train yourself to have a technique of meditation or yoga nidra, or, you know, learning to focus on different parts of your body and just gently become aware of what's in your body, not judging it or trying to change it, but just noticing, mindfulness, you've got a good habit that you can build on for the rest of your life. I also feel like trying something is never a waste. If you tried it and you were like, nope, cool, but it had the potential to be something you really liked. So giving it a try and then being really gentle with yourself for the results. Maybe you hated it. Cool, that's okay, that's just information. Maybe you loved it, but you struggle to actually do it. That's also okay. Every time you do something, you build a little bit of knowledge that you can come back to later. You build a little bit of a habit that you can build on later. You don't lose it. And I feel like I know that really strongly now because there's so many things that I've tried over the years, multi-passionate ADHDers, that I desperately wanted to do and then felt terrible because I couldn't keep up with. But I picked them up again, over and over and over in cycles over a decade or two. And I can crochet now because I've spent a week out of every year snarling up a mess and being super stressed out. And now I can pick it up and quickly, in a few minutes, learn how to do it again. Because I got started. So get started, lower your expectations, and just take a ride. Getting to a place where you can be a little gentler, find it a little bit funny if things are going wrong. I would definitely say find a time when it feels a little bit less stressful and you can start to build a positive habit and try things out for yourself. So I just feel like anything that we start is not a waste of time, and these healthy habits that we build, that we devote any time to, they only help us over time. So if you are really feeling motivated and you meditate every day for a week and you're like, wow, that was beautiful, and like I didn't get mad when that thing happened that normally makes me mad, or I was able to be calmer with my kids or with my best friend or with my mom when she called me and complained. You don't lose those benefits. Even if we go right back to the way that we were doing our lives before, you will always know that it can be different. And I feel like having that first experience of like, oh my gosh, my life was different because I did this differently is huge and is so powerful. So just get started. Just try. Pick the thing that you're super interested in today, right now, this moment, and give it a try. When you leave this video, just go do a meditation for a minute. Find a healing sounds playlist on YouTube or download Insight Timer that has free background music, and you can set little bells for the amount of time that you want to meditate. And just bring your thoughts back to your breath. Back to your breath. You can really just use something that you do naturally, your breath, as the center point for meditation. Or you can listen to people tell you about gratitude or remind you to, show up authentically or whatever it is. There's so many options, and that can be really overwhelming. So I really like to suggest just setting a timer and like sitting with your own thoughts with some very gentle, calming music playing. I can't have music that has words in it, but maybe words in another language, or maybe just instrumental. And just see where that takes you, because I really feel like meditation is so instrumental in building a habit of taking care of your spirituality, your soul, of coming back to yourself and recognizing that you are not your body or your thoughts. You are not the actions that you take. You are something else. You're the observer. You're the person inside of you watching it all happen. And when we can really just be present with who we actually are, the being that we are, when we can be in our life instead of just do in our life, it's profound, the difference. So I highly recommend, if you are at all interested in starting a meditation routine. I do want to tell a quick story about my mom, who I've been talking about meditation with for a decade probably, and she finally started it and got herself a little routine with a particular meditation that she likes to listen to, Lavender on YouTube. And I think she's been doing it for a month now, and she's like, it's amazing, I'm so different, And that was my experience too. It really didn't take that long before I felt like, whoa, like this is a big difference. And I'm so encouraged and inspired now to start again with my own meditation practice. And, I don't think we need to feel bad if we're not on the routine every day forever. Like, knowing that it's there, knowing that you can come back to it, knowing that you have a home inside of yourself is what it's all about. And it's worth it to just gently come back to it when you think about it, And if we're talking about meditating for a minute, anytime you think about it, you could literally just count your breaths, count 10 breaths, and you're probably at a minute. Like, you succeeded. You did it. You win. If every time you randomly thought about meditation was 30 times in a year and you meditated for 1 minute, like, that's still amazing. That's 30 minutes. Like, it adds up, is my point. And no amount of doing something good for you is too little, because it's more than you did before. And I feel like if we could just celebrate our small wins, celebrate those little moments that we did something amazing for ourselves, that they add up, and that we can start to really build a supportive, gentle, loving, kind life for ourselves and the people around us, honestly. I feel like the biggest benefit in my meditation practice was to the people around me that I noticed. I mean, I think the biggest benefit was for myself, but I didn't notice those changes as much as I noticed the people around me being like, wow, you seem really happy, or you're really calm, or like, I was just able to show up more and listen more and be more present. And that's such a gift to other people as well as to yourself. So yeah. Thanks for coming along with me this week as I ramble about meditation and my process and habits. And I just appreciate each and every one of you for being here, for following along on this journey. This is obviously still a new baby channel and we're growing and I'm so excited about it. And I just want every video to help one person. So that's my goal for this whole year. And if I reach it, I'll be ecstatic. Small goals, right? One step at a time. And I think our dreams are achievable. So, yeah. I hope you have a lovely day, a lovely week, and a lovely life. And I'll see you next week. Bye.